Today we're working on section, oh boy, what section are we working on? 11.3, rotation. So rotation means turning around a center, rotating, spinning something. The distance from the center to any point on the shape stays the same. Every point makes a circle around the center. Right, so we could rotate a lot, we could rotate a little bit, we could rotate a lot, but that's what rotation is, right? That's just how spinning works. Here is a pretty useful tool. We can move stuff around before we rotate it. So here I've moved the center, but if I make the center the middle or the origin, then it looks like this. All right, so I highly recommend playing around with this. We can make it rotate a lot. Right? Or we can rotate it very little. It's a very small rotation, right? Very little movement. I highly recommend spending just a few minutes playing around with this tool to see oh yeah, this is what rotation is supposed to look like. Just to see if what you're doing when you calculate stuff, if it matches up with your expectations or not. So basically, the more we rotate, the more drastically the coordinates will change. As it applies to your assignment, get up in here. We're gonna follow, since it's to me it's not necessarily intuitive as to how the coordinates will change. Then the book provides this. It's just a shortcut, really. This short set of rules. When a point A, B, which is another way of saying x, y, it's the same thing. First number is along the x coordinate, and then the second number is along the y coordinate. Is rotated counterclockwise about the origin, so counterclockwise going this way. The following are true. For a rotation of 90 degrees, AB turns into negative BA. For a rotation of 180 degrees, so this is a 90 degree rotation, right? We have it's not drawn, but there would be a square there to show a 90 degree angle. For a rotation of 180 degrees, or by a whole, a straight line, then AB turns into negative A, negative B. And lastly, for a rotation of 270, AB turns into B, negative A. And the best way is, if this is any type of confusing, I will do this with numbers so that you see. So, this first one, we're going to rotate KJ or JKLM about the origin, and we're going to use this shortcut, or this rule rather. It's not a shortcut, this is just the rule. So it says 180 degrees, AB is going to turn into negative A, negative B. So let me write down the rule first. A, B to negative A, negative B. So let's describe our points first. So look at the scale, 2, 4, 6. So the scale is by 2s. So J is at negative 2, 4. K is at negative 5, 1. L is at negative 2, negative 2. And M is at 1, 1, it looks like. So right now these are my originals. These are my A's and B's. And then this will turn into negative A and negative B. So negative 2 turns into positive 2, and positive 4 turns into negative 4. So you literally just follow the negative sign. If A already has a negative sign and this is negative A, then I'm going to have another negative sign. Well, negative 5 is positive 5. And then 1 turns into negative 1. Negative 2 turns into positive 2. Negative 2 turns into positive 2. because it says, oh, just throw a negative sign in front. And then throw a negative sign in front of these. So that's that. There it is. Let's see. Let's do one where they switch the A's and B's slightly. Okay, so this one, a rotation of 90 degrees, the rule is negative BA. So let's do a rotation of 90 degrees. AB to, sorry, negative BA. Is that it? Negative BA, yeah. So for TRS, T is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5, negative 5, negative 5 up 1, okay, negative 5, 1. So I'm just actually going to do T to show you. Okay, so AB to negative BA. Okay, well, B is 1, but it says negative B. So that's going to be negative 1, and then A, 5. So T has gone from negative 5, 1 to negative 1, 5. So if we're spinning it, then it's going to spin that way. Negative 1, 5. Is that right? Let's see. For rotation 90 degrees, counterclockwise about the origin. Oh, wait, counterclockwise. So it's supposed to be going this way. Let's see. Did I define it right? Negative 5, 1. Yeah. Negative B. Oh, sorry, this is negative 5. My bad. A does not change. So it's negative 1, negative 5. See, this is the importance of like, oh, wait a second. If it says I'm supposed to go 90 degrees this way, counterclockwise, then why would I end up at negative 1, 5? It makes no sense. So again, you know, kind of, you want to have a sense of like, oh, is this matching up to my expectation? So 90 degrees spinning this way, and negative 1, negative 5 makes a lot more sense. Good. So again, I'll do R now, so I don't make any mistakes. So let's look at R. We're sitting at negative 4, 0, negative 4, 0, 2. The rule is negative BA. So B is 0, and negative 0 is just 0. And then A is the first number, negative 4. So I'm going to go 0, negative 4, 0, negative 4, which is down there. This spins around to right here. 2 spun around to right here. Makes a lot of sense. There it is. So make sure you follow the rules closely. And you know, make sure as you do it, you're referring to these rules directly. Makes it obviously a lot easier. These are graph the image of MN after the composition. That means we're doing a couple of things. So here, we will reflect in the x-axis first. So don't forget the x-axis right here. So it creates this division of if my line is right here, if my axis of reflection is right there, I've split the picture into two parts, an above part and a below part. And if I reflect them, the part that was previously above will go below, and the part that was previously below will go above. So let's do this. Let's see where we currently are. So M is at negative 4, 4, negative 4, 4. And N is at negative 1, negative 2. It looks like negative 1, negative 2. Now, this is the reflection first. And I'll just show our first movement of transformation. So it went from above to below to reflect, so it's negative 4, and below means it's going to change the y. So negative 4, negative 4, and n is going to go to negative 1, positive 2. So where can I draw this? M is going to be at negative 4, negative 4. Oops. Well, I just wanted a dot. Why don't you let me draw a dot? Negative 4, negative 4. And then negative 1, positive 2. So let's connect them. So this is after our first transformation, the reflection about or the x-axis. Then we're going to take these and we're going to rotate it 180 degrees about the origin. So right now, here's what I'm after. But I'm starting off at, so my rotation rule is 180 degrees, negative A, negative B. So let's AB to negative A, negative B. So we're going to start here, because I've already made one movement, the reflection, and I have to make the second movement, the rotation. So if AB is negative 4, and negative A, negative B will be positive 4, positive 4. And then I will take N, which is we are currently at negative 1, 2. And then I will, okay, well, negative 1 turns into positive 1. And then positive 2 turns into negative 2 for a rotation 180 degrees about the origin. Again, I'm just following this rule right here. And here's where we finally end up. 4, 4 to 1, negative 2, 4, 4 to 1, negative, oh, oops, that's terrible drawing. 1, negative 2 is right here. And 4, 4 is right there. Boom. So that's where we finally end up. This is M. And then this is N. And that's the final image. So composition is when you do two things or a couple things, and you don't restart from the beginning, right? So I moved it one time, I did the reflection, and then after the reflection, then I took my new points and then I rotated those. I did not start from the beginning. So yeah, there you go.